Peace. My name is Omar Offendum. I'm a Syrian American, a hip-hop artist, a poet, designer, and a peace activist. I'm here at Swarthmore College for a series of performances and guest lectures. Studying Arabic, for anybody who knows, involves reaching really deep back into some really ancient poetry and poetic traditions. Poetry is essentially the backbone of the Arabic language. And so there was always this really deep connection between lyricism and metaphor and Arabic as far as I was learning it and studying it.
تدفقت حتى قبل أن يتدفق الدم الشرعي البشري وروحي زاد العمر والأمان فأنا بمياه الفرات استحملت حتى قبل الميلاد في الحياة وعلى ضفاف الكونغو بنيت كوخي حيث هدلت في مياهه اليخت من دلتا النيل العالي أشرفت وشيطت الإهرامات العظيمة وإلى شرب المسيسيبي استمعت حين مر بي لينكن في بري ومع غروبي رأيت أحضانه الطينية تتحول بكثرة الحبيب وقد عرفت أنهارا أزلية معتمة كما النسم وروحي توغلت في القيم وروحي ازدادت عمقا. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Omar Offendum and I'd like to welcome you to a little place out of Syriana in America.
The combination of studying Arabic at school and also being introduced to certain poets and literary figures through my mother, who studied Arabic literature at Damascus University, basically allowed me to kind of have a really strong grasp of the language in multiple ways and to really love it and love expressing myself through it. At the same time, I grew up listening to hip-hop, loved hip-hop music, and started to make some interesting parallels between the lyricism that I found in hip-hop and the lyricism that I was hearing from the Arab world even thousands of years ago in the middle of the desert. Seeing how poets represented their tribes publicly, and seeing how MCs here rep their hoods, and seeing how even MCs battled one another in very similar ways to the way that poets battled one another thousands of years ago. And these are traditions that continue to this day. And so, being able to kind of make those connections across time and space was really important for me to find my voice. And realizing that hip-hop kind of spoke to the marginalized experience here in America, specifically rooted in the African-American experience, but also how other cultures and other ethnic groups were able to find their voice through hip-hop was really fascinating for me and liberating in many ways, especially when I started hearing MCs referencing Islamic culture or Arabic words in their songs, given how much of an influence the 5%er ideology in the Nation of Islam had on some of the earlier MCs, and even more, traditional kind of Muslims, MCs who didn't necessarily identify as Muslim, but he would come to find out later were inspired by Islamic ideas.
I'm taking it upon myself to alphabetize the following verse. I'm going to go through the alphabet forwards, backwards, and forwards again, and it goes like this. You ready? Alphabetic brothers can disseminate energy fluidly, guiding hereditary imagery, justice, kindness, lovely marriages, never of parameters, questioned, regularly suspected. Terrorism is under victory's watch. Xenophobic young zealots, your Xerox worldviews, unintelligent televangelists, so readily quoted. People often needing motivation, lost kids joke, it hurts. Getting fingerprinted, everyday discriminated, called barbaric era by crusaders, desecrated, entering foreign gates, hesitantly immigrated, journeying, kaleidoscopic languages, miseducated, naturalized, organized, prophesized, quadraphonic, record set, typed up, verse wars, allophonic yells, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 10 alphabetic bars, spit 16.
Ultimately, I found that while, yes, being Arab Muslim in the West can sort of be a hindrance in some ways and lead people to have certain, stereotypical notions and prejudices about you, at the same time, it was what was very interesting for people to see that I was from this background, from this deep and rich tradition, and I was extremely proud of it. And so, rather than kind of take that defensive stance of being, the kind of person who was saying, we are not terrorists, we're not extremists, we're not this, we're not that, I felt it was more effective to kind of just present exactly who it was that we are, why we're so proud of our culture, of our heritage, of our value system, of our poetry, of our literature. And so those were the ideas that I wanted to infuse into my music, into the Omar Offendum persona. So rather than be Defendum, I became Offendum. I've really enjoyed my time here at Swarthmore. I've gotten to meet some incredibly inspiring students, professors, poets with the Oasis crew who opened up for me at the event yesterday. Incredible work. And I just encourage everybody to keep on, elevating the discourse, keep on pushing these ideas and these discussions in meaningful and thoughtful ways. Yeah, live the life you love the life you live, and it takes more strength to tell the truth. Peace. I'm Omar Offendum. Knots on a rope, bigger black tone, take them back, throwing paperback tunes, bombs in the sky, make a rag bloom. Ironic in it, how I'm modern Babylon was responsible for the current problem. It's in a further crescent with a dilemma when they murder peasants, honey farm. I don't ever learn a lesson, it's a fine line, twin is split for Western hindsight, 2020, keep guessing, get your mind right.